Hello everyone, welcome to today's online webinar. Om Shanti. So, for the participants, those who joined for the first time, let me introduce Brahma Kumaris, the World Spiritual University. This is a spiritual organization, Prajapita Brahma Kumari Ishwarya Vishwavidyalaya. The Rajyoga Education and Research Foundation, RERF, is the sister organization of Brahma Kumaris. And we have total 20 different wings which providing the service in different sectors of the society. So out of them, IT wing is one, which was established on 2015. So IT wing of Brahma Kumaris doing godly services in many organizations so that all the IT professionals will get the benefit. And till date, we have organized many programs in Google, Microsoft, TCS, IBM, and many MNCs. And more than thousands of participants, they got benefited from these programs. So Brahma Kumari's headquarters is situated at Mount Abu, Rajasthan. To know more about Brahma Kumaris, you must visit our official website, www.brahmakumaris.com. And also you can visit our IT Wing website, bkitwing.org. So today we are having Brother Dr. Manoj Matnani, who is our today's speaker on the topic, handling emotions efficiently. So in this webinar, we will understand the science of emotions and the techniques on how we can effectively manage our emotion with the practice of Rajyoga meditation. Also, we'll explore what is the best way to deal with emotion. How do we manage our emotion positively? And today's session will help us to understand how to deal with the situations, challenges, and to find out the solutions in our professional and the personal life. So let me welcome Brother Dr. Manojji. He is associated with Brahma Kumaris since last 15 years. He is a consultant pediatric nephrologist, MD from KEM Hospital, Pune. He has conducted many academic talks, around 160 so far in national and international conferences. Vyasa, Values in Healthcare, a spiritual research. In that, he is the coordinator, trainer, and facilitator for the Vyasa activities conducted in Mumbai and Pune. And brother has received National Award, Dynamic Indian of Millennium Award on 2009. And also, he was awarded with the gold medal at Pedicon 2003. So let me welcome Dr. Brother Manojji. Welcome, brother, to this webinar. Thank you.
So thank you so much and good evening to all of you. I can see your names in the black boxes. I can't see your faces except a few. Well, that's fine. Okay, so first of all, a big thanks to the IT wing. Yeah, thank you for switching on your videos and trying to make it more interactive, communicating with human faces rather than black boxes. So thank you for people who have started, Arun Bhai and others. Thank you. No worries, it doesn't mean the ones who went switched on their videos, not thank you to you all, but that's okay. It depends on your comfort level. Okay, so today's topic, before I begin, let's thank again the IT wing of Brahma Kumaris to give me this opportunity. I think it's a pleasure to be with all of you. I can see a few familiar faces and a few familiar names as well. So let's begin. And before we begin, let's spend a minute in silence. And before any Brahma Kumaris talk, that's the usual trend which we follow. We always try to invoke the presence of the Supreme Being. So we'll spend a minute in silence. And this is not just a silence of a still mind. It's a purposeful silence. And I'll give you a few thoughts, a few suggestions. And if you can work on that, see what comes into the conscious layer of your mind. So take a deep breath in and relax yourself. Relax. And look at your life journey so far. It's been a beautiful life journey. I'm sure you agree. But there are certain instances or moments in life which you regret because you've used many emotions in them. So it could be anything from the past. Just a minute. So, as I was saying, it could be anything from the past, any emotion which you have used. I'm not saying negative or positive because emotions usually are negative. So, anything like anger, jealousy, hatred, guilt, so many emotions we go through. So, think of any one of them, get it into your conscious layer of mind. See that situation when you were really using that emotion. Look at all the people who were involved in that scene, in that circumstance. And if you're closing your eyes, just come back in your eyes now and see how you're feeling now, getting that emotion onto the conscious layer of your mind. I'm sure you will be hating me for this because you don't want to get that emotion. Why am I telling you to dig that out from your subconscious and get it onto your, because that's the way to heal. So I just wanted you to feel that emotion again. You have relived that, though using that emotion right now at 5-7 p.m. India time, but you have done that in the past. And what is that feeling which has generated inside? Not a very comfortable, right? So let's come to today's topic, how to handle emotions efficiently, right? That's the topic. So I really don't like to give lectures. It's always I like to, and I don't think you all will be able to interact with me orally because it will be too much of chaos. So you all can always use the chat box. It's an easy way to send your messages to me if there is anything which I'm asking you and you want to convey it to me. So I'll keep the chat box on my right hand side. So when we say the word emotion, before I go ahead, sister, just tell me my voice is clearly audible, right? Hope there's no disturbance from the background. Okay. If there's anything, let me know if there is any problem. Okay, so emotion, the word itself tells you the meaning of it. When we say E is energy and energy in motion. And here comes the difference between what is an emotion and what is a feeling. Many people usually use these two words very synonymously. That they'll say, oh, I'm feeling very good today. I'm not feeling very good today. We never say, I'm emoting anger, I'm emoting jealousy. We just say, I'm feeling jealous, I'm feeling angry. But remember, there's a lot of difference between feeling and emotion. So let me just try to give you a few examples. As it has been told to you before by the sister that at Brahma Kumaris, we practice something called Rajyoga Meditation. And that meditation, I think, is the bull's for the soul because it directly targets the 7 qualities or the virtues or values of the soul. And just to name a few, I'll be covering 3 of them today in detail because that is the way to help dealing with your emotions. Knowledge, peace, power, happiness, bliss, there are many, but I will really look at only 3 because I want to develop on those and experience those today and go. See, today, whatever talk I'm sharing with you from my experiences, I don't want you all to take it as a lecture format. You will be, if you type in Google or YouTube, handling emotions efficiently, you will get n number of talks by n number of people. So I don't want you all to just listen at it from a cognitive or a theoretical level. I want you all to take an experience from you. Take that experience, and that experience you can use it in your life. So I'll be covering more of three aspects, which is peace, love, and happiness, because I think all of us in this world, the moment we ask this question, what do you need? They'll say, oh, I need shanti, I need peace of mind. I need to be loved by people, or I want to love people. And the third thing is I want to be happy. So peace, love, and happiness are the universal feelings. They are not emotions. Remember, I was trying to tell you the difference between the meaning of feeling and meaning of emotion. So the things which are the natural states of you, natural states of the soul, the natural states of my mind, for example, peace, love, and happiness, they are feelings. Whereas the ones which disturb my energy, which disturb my original being, and which create a lot of, say, noise inside, those are what are called emotions. So all of you agree that I am an energy. I'll give you an example here that many people, I can see many BKs mentioned here, BKs, Brahma Kumaris, many people do the Rajyoga meditation, but this question which I'm asking now is particularly for people who are new to Rajyoga meditation, if there are a few people who are new. So my question is, I'll share this with you first, that the sister introduced me as Dr. Manoj so, and something she told about me, some accolades, some achievements which I have had in my life. So at now, 5:11 p.m., if a heart attack, I don't know because your faces I can't see except one or two. Anyway, so if I get a heart attack and you're on the other side of the screen, in my room, I'm all alone here. And within 3 minutes, if I'm not able to be revived by someone, I'll be declared dead, right? So, and that point of time, say it will be 15, 5, 16, that time I'll be declared dead. And what will they tell? That take Dr. Manoj away, or they'll say, take the body away. What will they say? They'll say, take the body away, right? So what has happened in this 3 minutes, that you all have changed your vocabulary from saying Dr. Manoj blah blah to now the body. So this shows that, I mean, what is, when we say take the body away, so something has happened. And what has happened is the energy or the soul has left that body, right? And all these, what we are discussing, the emotions, feelings, values, all that is in the soul. It is not in the body, my dear friends. So we need to understand that why do we change our vocabulary? Because the soul has left the body. And if some people are not comfortable with the word soul, atma, ruh, whatever language you speak, energy is a universal concept, energy. So energy has left the body. And as I said, emotion is energy in motion, emotion. So my very serious question to you is that, do you want to wait in life till your death to realize that you were that soul energy? I don't think it should be so tragic that we wait till the death to realize, and then to realize at that point of time is of no meaning because I have left that body and I'm somewhere else. I'm not telling you where I am. That will be a different or a different talk. But to give you a perspective that when should I realize that I am the energy, I am the soul? So as a pediatrician professional, I specialize with children and their kidney problems in children. So we tell parents, not directly I tell them, but if someone asks me that from what age should I know that I am a soul? So I think you can write down in the chat box if you want to, that what you feel, at what age you should be knowing that you're a soul energy. Let's wait for some answers. But in the meantime, what I would say is the moment I am conscious about my being, so that should be right from birth. But usually at birth, the child is too tiny to understand things. So by 5 years roughly, when the child has started going to school, has started understanding logic, is knowing some science, some ABCD, some mathematics, then we can also teach him that he or she is a soul. So the entire point of telling you this story of my leaving the body here was just to tell you that all of us, it's too late for us to realize that we are souls, but it's never too late to begin. So I would want you all to experience from this today's talk. We'll do a bit of brief meditation exercise also before we finish. And I want you all to take that experience from here so that when any emotion comes up in your mind, I told you, whether it's anger, whether it's sorrow, whether it's hatred, jealousy, guilt, so many emotions comes, you can immediately withdraw from that, go inside. I'll tell you the technique how to do that in a while, and realize your own true potential, which I told you, peace, love, and happiness, PLH. If you want to take that as an acronym from today, peace, love, and happiness. That's my innate nature. So coming to this topic of further going on to this topic, that the energy which I am, when you are peaceful, when you are loveful, and when you are happy, see what's your state of mind. It's not, it will be like a straight line. And at Brahma Kumaris, there are many answers coming up, but sorry, I won't be reading them now. I'll take them later. So what I was trying to tell you is what made me really in big awe of Brahma Kumaris was when I came here the first day and I attended what is called the Murli class 15 years ago, roughly. So at one point of time, Murli is the early morning spiritual class we have. So it was written, it was a word in Hindi, it was mentioned, Jeete Ji Marna. So I was like taken aback. I mean, what does this mean, Jeete Ji Marna? Please explain me. So the sister over there, I told her, see, I'm a doctor and I'm a pediatric doctor. So I see death very closely because we go to the delivery rooms and the child is delivered in front of us, or we help in the delivery and take care of the child. And also equally specializing in kidney problems, when I see a lot of bad kidney problems, very closely as well. So I know what is birth, I know what is death. But what is this concept of Jeete Ji Marna, which means while alive? Isn't that very cruel to tell someone that you die while you're alive? So then I realized that there is something deeper to it. And then of time I realized, and I'll give you an example here, that all of you know ECG, the heart thing, the heart rhythm. It should be up and down or a straight line. It should be up and down, which shows that your heart is beating, right? The heartbeat is up and down. If it's a straight line, it means you are dead. You'll be feeling that this brother is speaking about death all the time. I'm just trying to give you examples. So please, if you're uncomfortable, the word death again and again, but I'm just trying to explain you on that basis. So the ECG of the body should be up and down. It can't be a straight line. So then at Brahma Kumaris, I realized that they are teaching us that the EEG of the mind, say ECG, electrocardiogram, that's for the heart. For the mind, it is said EEG, electrocardiogram. Let's forget the technical word or the medical word. The graph of your mind, should that be up and down or it should be a straight line? What do you feel? It should obviously be a straight line. And when I say straight line, it means stability. And that is good. Thank you, Minu, for saying straight. So what I mean to say is that come what may, my thought process should be stable. And here comes the topic of today, that handling emotions. So there'll be people who will come in my life, will challenge me with their behaviors, with their whatever they are doing in life. It's a challenge for me, their behavior. There'll be many circumstances in my life and my mind graph will try up and down. But here at Brahma Kumaris, you are taught that come what may from outside, let your mind graph be stable. And frankly, answer me in the chat box, is it possible? On the first day, I felt this is too bizarre to happen. When someone is shouting at me, how can I not be upset? I'm driving on the car, someone has just crossed me trying to touch the car which I'm driving and has made a dent on my car. How can I not get upset? So on and so forth. There are so many small triggers. These are called triggers. Like, and each to his own, because my trigger or the trigger which is making me upset and emotionally upset will be different than yours, right? So I felt, is it possible? But then I realized that there is nothing impossible, you know. Of who was that person? I think Alexander the Great. He said that there is no word as impossible in his dictionary. And I spiritually, if we look at it, yes, impossible, there's no word, because in that word, it is I am possible. So it is possible. And when we give this excuse to ourselves, oh, this person has done so and so, I have to get angry. This person has been a trigger, no doubt, accepted. But he has done that trigger once. but using that trigger and creating the emotion every now and then we say, I will not forget what this person has done to me, and then get emotionally upset the moment you see his WhatsApp display picture, or the moment you meet him. You'll always remind yourself of that incident, right? And we'll say, मैं ये बात कभी नहीं भूलूंगा, and keep it 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And what am I doing? Am I healing my wound, or am I really making it more and more deep? So the mind graph, when we are saying emotion, emotion is always energy in motion. And when my mind is becoming unstable, I should be able to pick it up like that. And now Raj Yoga is a technique which teaches us that before the mind starts chattering inside or crying inside, you need to pick it up. You need to know, you need to decide, or you need to even analyze, yes, something is coming, and now my mind will start getting disturbed. And I'm sure you'll agree, you're all mature people in your profession. You have lived life for 30, 40, 50 years, and you know what are those triggers of yours which generally make you upset. So we have to pick it up at that stage. And for that, my mind needs a little bit stable. We all are in the age of fast cars, right? We want fast cars, not slow ones. Fast computers, fast RAM in your mobile, random access memory. You don't want a slow phone, right? Which gets hung up again and again. A slow computer, which is of no use. Fast food, you want food to be fast, cooked in a faster way rather than a very slow, because everyone says we don't have time. But my dear friends, do you want a fast mind or a dash mind? I must say the answer is not a slow. I don't want a slow mind. I want a stable mind. So everything, it reminds me when I say mind, M-I-N-D, at Brahma Kumaris, we are taught that this is the first faculty of the soul, which is the one which creates thoughts, because you are the creator of your thoughts. I gave you that example that no one can make you upset. You are making yourself upset. The person in front of you will challenge you with his behavior, with his action, but it's just a trigger. You are creating a negative thought, a thought of anger, so on and so forth. So it's totally, the ball is in my court. And when I say mind, M-I-N-D, yes, someone is saying intellectually fast. Well, we'll not go there. Intellectually also, you need to be stable, because a fast mind and a fast intellect can make accidents. And emotions are nothing but accidents of the mind, which we don't want to happen in our life. So M-I-N-D, thinking of it right now, do you feel, if I want to put this as an acronym, my inner noisy devil, do you agree? M-I-N-D, my inner noisy devil. Someone is nodding no. Okay. No, someone is saying right. Yes, it's not a very good word, because see, what energy does it create when I say it's a noisy devil? So instead, let me convert my mind to another M-I-N-D. And what is that? My inner noble doctor. Does that sound much more better? So we convert it into a noble doctor? Yes, why not? And there are a few tips and tricks by which we can do that into the, can we convert this from noisy devil into a noble doctor? And many people nowadays say that, oh, they write on their WhatsApp display picture, and not on the picture, in the sentences below the picture, they write, I am busy. Or some people write, I'm super busy. Or someone writes, don't call, can't pick up because busy, something like that in their status. Yes. So look at it again. When I said noisy devil, what energy it created? Not a very good one. And when someone is saying all the time that I am busy, it's a very stressful state of mind. And then people say, oh, stress is so common nowadays. And let me tell you, let me break this word for you, stress. S-T-R-E double, because it is very closely related to our topic today of emotions. So if you have a pen and paper, or you have good memory, you can memorize it. S-T-R-E-S-S, right? S-T stands for sudden and temporary. R-E is releasing emotions. And S-S last is sensed spontaneously. Sense spontaneously. So I'll repeat it again. Stress is sudden, temporary, releasing emotions inside, which are sensed spontaneously. So if someone wants to write it down in the message, or I can do that later. So what is stress? It is again a state of mind which is suddenly it comes up. You're fine otherwise. Look at your day, 9 o'clock to 5 p.m. You reached your office wherever you're working. Or people, IT people, they work from home nowadays. So it's all merry-go-round. You're at home all the time, which is very good. Something happens in a meeting on the Zoom at 10 o'clock. Something I say, someone says, no, this is not right. How do you feel? So suddenly and temporary. It's sudden and it's temporary because it doesn't stay with me for a long while. It comes and it goes also as soon as it came. So sudden and temporary release of emotions, that is RE. And emotions is I start feeling I said something and this person didn't like it. He counter he gave a counter statement for that, something like that. I'm just giving you a very small example. And the last double S is sensed spontaneously. You are able to sense. Suddenly, when you create an emotion inside you, what happens to your heart rate, your pulse rate, your blood pressure, your breathing, all goes abnormal. And you are able to sense spontaneously. And then you say, हाँ ये तो होता ही है आजकल की दुनिया में, stress is common. No, you're creating stress. And remember, every time when you're creating stress, let me give this bad news, because you're breathing very fast and you're expending more. Your heart rate is going high, your blood pressure is going high, your body is stressed. So the number of breaths you're taking also becomes fast. So you're decreasing your life expectancy, my dear friends. And such people who are stressed all the time, they have more problems with the hearts, the blood pressure. They have more premature heart attacks, so on and so forth. Well, let's not go there, but getting emotionally upset is good to me. I need to really understand that. And once I understand this concept that that person has, fine, on the Zoom, I said something that person didn't like. Can I just tell my mind it's okay? Can I be my inner noble doctor, or I want to be a noisy devil and keep on and on and on saying, why did he say this to me? Who is he to say I am senior, blah, blah, all that commentary starts. And what is that? Is this Jeete Ji Marna? It is not. So Jeete Ji Marna means come what from outside. Again, this is a thing which has come to me from outside. Can I still remain stable? Yes, I can remain. It's a technique I need to learn. And I think what at Brahma Kumaris I was really taught by this 7-day Rajyoga is this. One day I switched on the television in 2008, December, January. It's exactly 15 years from now. And I saw a lady in white with some badge, a very skinny, slim lady. I'm sure people realize who am I speaking about. And that program started in 2009, January. I remember I was at home. My mother was operated for the knee replacement surgery on one of the knees. And I was at home taking care of her. And then I realized that I was as it is doing some time pass. And I thought on the television, I didn't know what Brahma Kumaris were by that time. And then when I saw, obviously you have guessed right, it was Sister Shivani. So, and this program was Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. So I just heard something what she said, and this was something very powerful what she said. And this word struck me, that people are triggers for you. It was some episode going on anger management or something like that. And you are the creator of your own thoughts. And I didn't realize that what she's saying is so true and it's so powerful. I am the creator of my thoughts. Come what may from outside. Again, Jeete Ji Marna. Come what may from outside. Can I respond or can I react? We know all of us react, but can I make it as a response? Or forget even response. Can I just not do anything, which means just remain stable? In Hindi, they say, jawab patthar se, right? In Hindi. But that's the normal way of living people feel. But do you feel on the social media handles which you are using, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, there are those 4 tabs which come. Anyone can tell me those tabs? LSCS, like, share, comment, and subscribe, right? You've gone on a holiday. You have posted pictures of your holiday on your whatever handle you're using. And there are 99 likes like that, right? Look at your feelings. I'm not saying emotions, because if you're feeling happy, it's a feeling. But if you're dejected and sad, that's an emotion. So something which disturbs your energy is a emotion. 99 people are giving likes, and nowadays it's opposite world, because 15 years, 20 years ago, we didn't have all these social media handles. And this is called thenga in Hindi, which means it's not good to do like that. But in the IT world, not IT world, actually in the social media world, it's like that means it's a like. So 99 people are liking what you have posted. Fine. My next question to you all. You're feeling more happy with 99 likes? Yes or no? Yes, you're feeling more happy with 99 people liking your. Is that dangerous? It's very dangerous, because you are fully dependent on enhancing your happiness on 99 likes. Next situation, there's one person who's given a dislike, like that, something down. And then nowadays, if you're able to hack, IT hackers, you all know how to hack as well. You really would want to find out who that one person is who is not liking. And you'll keep telling yourself and your friend, isko kya problem hai mere se? I would rather tell you, aapko kya problem hai isse? Because 99 people have liked you, and you're only bothered or worried about this one person who's disliking you. What is your problem? Can't you ignore this one dislike? Ask yourself, jeete ji marna. It's again jeete ji marna. You understand these, whatever I'm telling you now is spiritual words, but I'm giving you examples. Why can't you jeete ji marna? Which means, why can't 99 people have liked you? Only one person has not liked you. Why are you wanting to see who that person is? Can you ignore that? Okay, next level. After a like and a share, there's a comment coming to you. And if you have won a beautiful sari, some party, for some wedding, and something or the other, you have taken 4,000-5,000 you have spent, you are happy, you are sharing your picture with the sari, and someone has commented on that, the C word, comment. Arey, aapke taste ko kya ho gaya? What has happened to your taste? And how do you start feeling inside? So these are all the things, the triggers for the mind, which has gone from noble doctor now into a noisy devil, and they trigger you, and then you get triggered by that, and then you enter into a war of words on the social media. If you just reply back to that person saying, अपने taste को पता है तुम्हारी taste कैसी है, know what is your taste, something like that, or and then there'll be another comment coming, and then you're in a war of words on the social media. So can I ignore that comment? Can I have purchased the dress with my money. I am happy. Again, it's a feeling. Happiness is not an emotion. Happiness is a feeling. Why am I feeling sad? Why am I becoming with this one comment of that? So remember, again, people then say, oh, we are so digitally addicted. Now we should do digital detox, right? And then they go off, they uninstall, and only to go back on that after a few days or few months, right? So use all these social media. I'm not saying don't use it, because a smartphone will do things for you. But don't get affected, because this topic is all about how can I be efficient in my handling these. Now tell me one thing. Why is this emotion arising? In the first place, I have to efficiently handle an emotion, right? Before that, what is the step? I should not get emotional. I should be PLH, peace, love, and happiness. Take this mantra from here today. I have to be peaceful. I have to be happy. I have to be loveful. And whatever I'm saying that is actually wrong. I have to is a wrong word. I am. I am peaceful. I am happy. I am loving. So if I'm posting something on the social media, I should also have that much courage in me not to get affected by people. Someone has written expectation. I think we should do a talk sometime, if in future possible, from expectation to acceptance. Both are very common words, but why can't we just accept as people are? Because do you feel that what I like in myself and whatever I'm doing, will the same be also applicable to others? Everyone is so different. Even at home, husband and wife, two kids, or grandmother, grandfather, everyone has got their own unique likes and dislikes. So how can I expect other people? And if for some reason someone has let me just have that stability of my mind inside, so that I converted from the noisy devil to noble doctor. I don't get disturbed because this is not the way, because this is what we call the expression in English that every Tom, Dick, and Harry can come and disturb you, which means at the drop of a hat, you get disturbed. And this is just a drop of a hat. It's an expression, again, not literally you're dropping a hat on the floor. It's like every small thing, every comment is coming and disturbing you. So I need to take care of that. And that's the reason I'm stressed. Sudden temporary emotions sense spontaneously, right? Do you agree? We have covered that. So again, suddenly someone came, wrote something, temporarily you released emotions inside, and then you sensed it also, and you didn't feel very good because you sensed it spontaneously. So this is what we call as stress. So let's try to look at uh, three aspects of these. You all of us know this is a Brahma Kumaris teaching. Don't get disturbed. I will keep telling you some mantras like that from Brahma Kumaris, which really have have acted as magical tools for me because they are very small ones. They're very powerful. If you use them in your life, you won't even have to listen to a topic of handling emotions effectively or efficiently. You'll never get emotional. So all of you know that there is past, present, and future. And you should be living in what? Present or past or future? Obviously, it's present, right? I'm so happy. A big thanks to Minu. She's the only one soul here who's responding. Thank you so much. And she's really responding. And thanks so much to you. I don't know who it is yet. Her video is off. That's fine. I hope it's a she. Okay. Because the word sounds a female. Yeah. Good. Thanks for saying that. Okay. So where were we on this present? So very closely related to this word of Rajyoga meditation, there's a concept come from the West, which can be applied to handle emotions efficiently. This concept is called the concept of mindfulness. So now, what is mindfulness? I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the word come from the UK, from the British. And it's basically an Indian word taken by them, packed it in a different way and sent it back. So again, it's come from West to East. And therefore, we say it very often. So sometimes people feel mindfulness means it's a big mind full of thoughts. That is not mindfulness. No. Mindfulness is, it's a mind which is present fully in the present. And that's the reason it is ness, mindfulness, a mind which is fully present in the present moment. And beautiful, aware of my thoughts. Like, I need to be aware what is happening. So a mind which is fully in awareness, that is mindfulness, that's the ness. And to complete the ness is wellness. There are two words, illness and wellness. So we could cover that also sometime, from illness to wellness. So why I told you about this concept is I'll give you three emotions and see, we'll try to play around with those three emotions, and they are related to past, present, and let's start sequentially. Sorry, before I go there, I just will finish mindfulness and then I'll go into these three aspects. I was wanting to tell you that it's now proven scientifically that around 85% of the time, where are we, past, present, or future? 85% is a big chunk of your time. We are in the past, remember that. Keep brooding. Brooding means we constantly keep lamenting, mere saath ye hua, mere saath wo hua. If not to others, I keep it telling to myself inside me. This happened, why this happened, blah, blah, all that. So we are brooding in the past, on the past. So 85% time. Then around 12%, 10 to 12 to 13%, we are in the future. So हमारा 95-96% तो यही खत्म हो गया. And there is hardly any we are in the present, that is around 1 to 2%. So if I can even increase from 2% to 5% and 10% of awareness of being in the present moment and taking care of what I'm thinking, my life will really change. So let's try to look at these three emotions. As I told you when we started, you should remember the mnemonic PLH. Remember, peace, love, and happiness. So it's related to these three. So let's look at the past. That is the first emotion which all of us undergo is sadness, right? Sadness always is related to, my dear friends, it's related to something which has happened in the past. Usually, thinking of the past, negative instances, unhappy instances, I create a lot of sadness. So that is an emotion which all of us go through. And sadness, like you're sitting doing something, you're reading a book, suddenly you think of the instance of the past, and then your mind becomes sad. Oh, mere saath ye hua. And then sadness can lead to another mental. Sadness is not a mental illness, it's just an emotion. But if you want to write down in the chat box, if you're chronically means over a lot of time, if you are sad, what disease will you develop? Another word starting with D, depression. Fantastic. So that's the reason nowadays a lot of people undergo depression, and that's because they are all the time living in the past. And I think sadness is such an emotion, it's very difficult to come out of sadness. And what is the antidote of sadness from this PLH, peace, love, and happiness, which I told you? It's happiness, right? So we'll explore depression. So, or explore rather, because you're not mental health experts or you're not psychologists, let's not go into depression still. Let's first speak about sadness. Something has happened with me, a negative instance, and that has happened with me in the past. But thinking of that, I am sad as well. So that trigger is still there in my mind. So how do I let go of that? How can I forget? So I have these two words are very commonly used, forget and forgive. Forgive yourself, my dear friends, because if you're in this state where you're constantly lamenting or brooding on what has happened in the past with you, it will not take you anywhere, because that has happened in the past and you're still thinking now and getting unhappy. So please come out of this. And the only way to come out of this is to practice a few what we call at Brahma Kumaris swamans. Swamans or some points of self-respect. It is a bit difficult to digest, I know, but I must say some points of affirmation, some positive points that has happened in the past. 5 saal pehle, 10 saal pehle, something happened. Is it happening with me right now? No. So let me just come out of that thought process, because that instance is not there. I am just stuck in that instance through my thoughts. Let me come out of those thoughts, create some beautiful thoughts. Again, I'm saying create, because it's only it's only I who can do it. No one else can do it for me. Like, I can give you so many tips and tricks. Whether you want to do it or not, that's your life. You have to decide. So sit with yourself, analyze what good is it doing to me, that past thing which I'm taking into my mind again and creating sad thoughts. So create new positive thoughts. And here comes the attitude of gratitude, which is thank God for what you have in your life still. Whatever the situation in the past which has made you sad, you're still alive, you're still breathing, you're still having a job, stable job, you're having still money to earn, you have a family. There are so many things. Sometimes sit down with yourself and write down 10 points, which will make you realize that these are the things which you still have in your life. And for these things, you need to be grateful to God. Because remember, God is our supreme parent of every soul. The supreme soul is the parent, the eternal supreme parent. Anyone who's here who's got kids, children, will you anytime give stress, or rather make your child feel sad or depressed, or you'll always want your child to be happy? Obviously, you'll never give hurt to your child. You would want your child to be happy. So how can we say that, oh, God has done this with me wrong? God will never do wrong with you anything. You're his child. God is the supreme parent. So please stop complaining God that this has happened because of you. It has all happened because of some other reason. Let me not go there. That's not a topic for today. Otherwise, we'll digress. It's all coming back to me from my ill doings, which I have done in the past. Thank God for whatever you still have in life, because that's the only way to come out of that. And mind you, people who are depressed, just because they are creating so many thoughts inside which are so sad, their state of mind is very fast, actually. Sometimes we feel that, oh, they are slow people, they are depressed. On the outer side, they may look very slow and they may be all by themselves, but their state of mind is very fast because they take one sad thought and create a flurry of thoughts on that. Therefore, they are very fast inside. So the only way to deal with this, you can't teach them Rajyoga meditation. Remember, don't do this blunders. You have to ask them to go to a mental health expert first, because you have to assess their psychology, what are their cognition and what is their emotional well-being status. And because they are depressed over a period of time, what has happened, right, there is chemicals in the brain that is called, if I can tell you, psychoneuroendocrinoimmunology. Psychoneuroendocrinoimmunology simply means your psyche, your mind affects your neuron cells in the body, which in turn affects your endocrine system, the hormones. And those hormones finally affect your immune system, your fighting cells, immunity in the body. So if I'm constantly depressed, it creates a lot of chemical changes in my brain. And those chemical changes will make me feel more depressed. So a mental health expert needs to assess that depressed patient. He or she will prescribe some medications like antidepressants. And once those chemicals in the brain start stabilizing, the patient starts feeling better. The depressed person starts feeling better. And then he can understand your Raj Yoga. So remember, when a person is depressed, don't just tell him go and do Raj Yoga meditation, because when we do Raj Yoga meditation, we try to focus on the center point, on the energy that I am. And who can focus? Only someone who is mentally stable can focus. If someone who's depressed, they really can't stabilize their consciousness. So remember that. So as I said, the counterproductive thought to take care of depression is have an attitude of gratitude. Count your blessings. Many people say that in the world. Even all sadhus and gurus say that count your blessings. Thank God for what you have. That's the attitude of gratitude, right? So the best way past, as I told you, past thinking of that sadness, the best way to tackle is happiness. Create happy thoughts. Try to tell yourself affirmative sentences, which I've already covered. From the past, we move into the future. With future, there is always another word starting with F, that is the emotion which we create. And COVID taught us that. What is that starting with F? Fear. Fantastic. If that's what you were saying, Mansi. Right. So fear. Now, fear can be, again, it's an acronym. When we take classes on fear or talks on fear, we say FEAR. It is false evidences appearing real. So what is fear? It is something which is not there, but I am just thinking of it, sitting here in the present, thinking of the future and becoming stressed. Do you feel also a stressful state? Yes, indeed, it is. It is very much a stressful state. And think yourself now, it's 5:48. Time is really going very fast. So at this moment of time, today is a Saturday evening, not much of challenges in the atmosphere, but just think of the future and looking at many things around in the world which are happening. There is a war going on, 2 wars going on. I'm not saying the names of those wars, which countries. There's inflation. Everything has become so expensive. There are natural calamities happening outside. Can you see at a very drastic scale? Post-COVID, there are many things in the world which have started happening at a very fast scale. And that has made me become so fearful about everything. About my bank balance, about my car, about my home, about my kids, so on and so forth. So looking at the natural calamities, so everything outside in the world seems to be so disturbed, chaos here and everything. So I'm fearful of what? Analyze your fears, because all those fears are unfounded. Remember, you will think, oh, if the petrol tomorrow becomes 107, 108, what will I do? Don't worry, it can come down also, right? So your fears, I was just giving you an example of one small fear. There can be major fears. Oh, hope I don't get an illness. Sometimes if you have nowadays cough, cold, and COVID, which variant has come in? JN1, right? Just to tell you medically, to keep you updated. I'm sure you are updated from the news as well. Yes, someone has said a very strong word which I have been using. Thank you, Minu, for doing that. Fear of death. Yes. So COVID, if you just have a It's a season going on, December, Jan, so much of cold all over the world. So we have these respiratory viruses otherwise also commonly present. And if you have a simple common cold, what is the first fear? Oh my God, will I have? I have taken 3 doses, but am I having the JN1 variant? Will you get these thoughts? Yes, you will get it. So this fear is always for the future. As I told you, sadness is always for the past and fear is always for the future. So fear is also an emotion, remember. Fear of so many things we discussed. Okay, so well, let's not go there. What someone has said about doses and all that. Again, we'll digress from the topic. So, what is the best? So I told you PLH, peace, love, and happiness. So for sadness, it is happiness. So what is the best way to counter your fear? The best way to deal with that is you will say remain peaceful. No, I will say love yourself. That's the way to take care of fear. Because remember, again, another teaching in Brahma Kumaris, what we are taught, that this is eternal drama of life. I'm sure you know about Shakespeare. Shakespeare said that this entire world is a drama, it's a stage where people are playing their roles. So here also the Supreme Parent tells us that, my dear child, I am your Supreme Parent. You don't have to worry about anything. And honestly, I'm telling you, don't worry about anything because whatever happens in this eternal world drama happens for a reason. I will say that. We are taught here in the spiritual class that everything is benevolent and beneficial. But sometimes you may not feel very right when I say that because you won't be able to digest. Mujhe COVID ho gaya, what is beneficial in that? I had a fracture, I had an accident. What is beneficial in that? Therefore, I don't like to say that word. I will say whatever happens in the drama of your life and with you all around in your house, at your workplace, everything happens for a reason. Can you accept that? It's a bit easier. It happens for a reason. And that reason is something related to what I have done in the past. Again, it's all a big karmic theory, which we can cover sometime in detail later. But having said that, there is nothing to fear about because my supreme parent is telling me, why are you fearing? I am there. I am there to take care of you. So there's nothing to fear. So remove this false evidence appearing real fear. And what is the counterproductive thought to create? Love. And what is this? Because the supreme parent is loving you. And when he's loving you to such an extent that he's telling you, he's taking guarantee that everything will be good. So I need to create this energy of that this world drama is what? Entire world drama is perfectly fine. Everyone, now look at, let me give you an example. 553 again. Look at your house where you're staying with your father, mother, your spouse, your kid, whoever it could be, and compare it with your close friend who is living with his or her parent, his spouse, so on and so forth. Can you compare your friend with yourself? Never ever you can do that because you will say, "Ha, meri mummy aisi hai." She'll say, "Nee, my mummy is like that." Everything will be like that. So why are we in that house? Because we share very strong karmic accounts with each other in the family. Therefore, we are in that house. So the moment I create this thought, again, I have to create, there's no option. I create this thought that I am in this house for a reason. And whatever is happening, every person is playing their role perfectly well. Then see how things will start working. And these things which you see outside, the natural calamities, the wars, all these also are happening for a reason. Because what we call, and in Brahma Kumaris, this concept, I'm sure you agree fully on that. We are going through a very dark age, right? Do you agree? And that age is called Kali Yuga. I hope you agree. It's a dark age called Iron Age as well. And something which is very, very dark after a few minutes or a few hours, if you look at it from the day and night cycle, what happens? We call the Amrit Vela, the twilight starts happening and the sun starts rising. Gradually it becomes bright. So same thing, if you look at it on a cyclic level, everything is cyclic. My dear friends, time is cyclic. It's not linear, it's cyclic. So as a day follows night, all the 4 seasons all follow each other. Similarly, on a larger scale, when there is Iron Age. After the Iron Age, there is something called the Golden Age, the beautiful age where there are deities, Devi Devtas. So that is just about to come. And if you all want to go into that world, you need to do some effort for that. We'll not go in there. If you go to the Rajyoga Meditation Center, they will teach you, they'll give you the 7-day course and you'll come to know about the entire details of the time cycle. So to cut the story short, that can I create these thoughts to alleviate my fear? What thoughts can I create that whatever is happening in my life is happening for a purpose? Everyone's part who's playing the part with me is like my friend, my mother's father, so on and so forth. They are perfectly playing their part, and let me play my part perfectly. So this way, all the fear will go off. And as rightly said by someone, that accept people as they are. Come to the third one, actually, that is more applicable there. The third one, which I have, third emotion, which I'll tell you. So the second, what we said from the future is about fear. And how do I tackle fear? With the energy of love and acceptance. Love is the most important feeling. So the emotion is fear, and countering that is love. So we covered about the past, we covered about the future, and let's now come to the present, where we were speaking about mindfulness. So let's come to the present. What is the most important emotion in the present, I must say, which everyone undergoes to? It starts with A. It's a simple one, anger, right? Someone did something with me right now, and I really get upset. I say, ye kaun hota hai? Who is this to speak like that to me? Or who is this, blah, blah, and all that. And I get upset inside. My mind becomes from noble doctor to noisy devil. I need to again get it from noisy devil to noble doctor. So anger is an emotion, I must tell you, it's so worthless. I've realized that over a period of time, because even I was like, I used to take a rounds with my junior doctors, and I used to tell them, why don't you do this work the way I'm telling you to do? Why do you want to not do what I'm telling you? So for example, I used to tell them that you fill this investigation sheet, like jot down all the tests so that I can just have one look and on one page and I can immediately see, rather than going through so many papers. So I realized that they are not doing what I'm saying, and I'm getting upset with them again for this small reason, because it is affecting me. A thing which has taken 1 minute, I'm taking 10 minutes for my round on each patient, my time. So I really said that I have to get over this, because I am not angry, but irritation. You know, all these at Brahma Kumaris, we are taught that this is a big vikar, it's a big vice, anger. But there are many, many small children to it. It's a big family, you must know. Anger is the big parent, the mother and father both. And it has those small kids. The small kids are like irritation, frustration, doing that. If I do pitch also, I'm really the kid has of anger has born inside my mind. So I used to really get frustrated with these things. So then I thought that I have to do something for this, because it is affecting me. I mean, what we have realized over a period of time, that anger does no good to anyone. People get distanced from you, and you are the person who's most affected, because you are getting upset emotionally. The other people are not getting. So your blood pressure, your heart rate, as I said before, that is getting all the more up and down, and you are at more risk of getting a heart attack and all the other cardiovascular heart related diseases. So you can help me now in I told you also already that what is the counter, the emotion is, what should be the feeling which I need to create, what should be the counter thought to create? Acceptance, as people are. And acceptance comes from the, I told you, PLH, love and happiness ho gaya, which is remaining. Peace, peaceful. So create this thought, I am peace. I am peaceful. Answers are perfectly fine. Love is also applicable here, but love nikalta nahi hai itna jaldi. I think my internet connection was a bit unstable. I saw that. So hope you are able to listen to what I said. So I really don't, love doesn't emerge like that from someone who's done such mistakes, and I'm getting affected, I'm getting frustrated. So I need to again go inside myself and tell myself, I am a peaceful being. My original nature is peace. And that can only come when I start accepting people as they are. And then what I did, I tried to do this this trick worked. I'll tell you what trick I applied here. So I told them, now see, I'm getting affected. I told them directly that you're making me emotionally disturbed because my 1 minute work is getting 2 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll spend all the more time. Let me take 10 and 15 minutes more and start filling it myself. And then I told them, please, let's all stand here. You all wait. I'll fill the investigation sheet myself and then I'll move further. And now they realize, oh, he started doing this. And this is taking their time also now. All of them, they can't escape the round. They have to be there. So with this, जैसे कहते हैं हिंदी में, एक तीर से दो निशाने मारे. I started doing my work. I didn't get disturbed. And they also realized, oh, we should do this work before so that we don't waste our time. And they also felt very guilty. Sorry, sir, sorry, we'll do it and all that. I said, it's okay. You don't need to be sorry. I'm being sorry now for y'all because I'm wasting your time. They said, no, thank you so much that we will do it. So see, and I created just one thought that I am a peaceful being. I will not create this emotion of again and again being irritated because it is affecting me. So the only way I must say to deal with this emotion of anger is peace. Create these thoughts of peacefulness and accept people as they are because see, I mean, then I realized that I need to accept these junior residents of mine as they are because they don't have only this one work to do. They have so many other things in the ward, in the OPD. They are so busy with many other things. Poor, they don't have proper time to eat and drink and sleep as well. And on the top of them, I'm really creating this havoc for them. So I really sort of create a little bit of compassion in my heart. We call this at Brahma Kumaris Rehem Dil. A little bit of, not mercy, but I must say a little bit of compassion for them. And I felt that, yes, let me also help them in this. And then I realized that when I become friends with them, also really see that, yes, he's becoming our friend and they do things. They feel it obliged to do that for me. And then I think this is the way to deal with the emotion of anger. We need to, so it's already 6:02. So we'll try to wind up and we'll try to sort of what we have done so far. So if this emotion of anger, it's a waste emotion, as I told you, it doesn't do good to anyone. And sometimes it affects you more because your relationships are affected. And telling you this, like, I have still not fully got it over, but I realize that, yes, if I am angry to someone, right at that moment, I tell them, I'm so sorry. I genuinely apologize. I have shouted at you or something, but please accept my apology. And then they really feel that, yes, being such a super consultant or such an sort of a consultant means a senior person and he's seeking apology. They say, no, it's because of us. We will do our work. So I've realized over a period of time that if you want to, even if you get some emotions which make you disturbed, it makes you realize it very immediately now. And let that realization be there. It reminds me here of one of our senior administrative heads, whom we lovingly call Mama. Mama was one of the first administrative heads. And she used to say that it comes in the Brahma Kumaris teaching, only a fourth teaching, which I must say, realize. Realize means real, R-E-A-L, eyes, E-Y-E. So my true realization is when I open my real eye, real eyes are open, that yes, it is I am the creator of my sadness, of my depression, of my guilt, of my anger, of my fear. I am the creator. And only I can find a solution. When I realize this, then my real eyes do open. And then I really find out solution, some spiritual solution. So coming to this Rajyoga meditation, what we have discussed so far, rather than taking each emotion and going in the past, present, and future as we have done, there is just one Ramban Ilaj, or there's just one, what do you call, what the word I must say, one foolproof point. Foolproof means there's absolutely no foolishness in that. That is, I am a point. When I realize that I am a point, which means I am an energy. I am the point of light or the energy driving this body, and I am in full charge of myself. I am the creator of my thoughts. Once I realize that how peaceful, blissful, happy, loveful energy I am, automatically things start going in place, and then I don't react to these situations which every now and then come to me. And as I told you that example, that don't wait till the death of your life to react. you are a soul. Some heavy words are coming. Sovereign, let me not go there. Sovereign is a beautiful word. It's a heavy word in the sense not many people will be able to understand. When I'm able to rule my sense organs, but I don't want to go there. But I would say simply, when I'm able to take care of my thoughts, the most important thing is to be aware. Awareness, as someone had rightly said, awareness. It's 6:05 p.m. Close your eyes. Close your eyes for a minute and be aware of what you're thinking. What is the thought coming to your mind? Come back. Don't spend a lot of time, otherwise you'll start sleeping. So if your mind was fully in the present tense, congrats to you, because you've done the job. Because there's a saying that in the, if I can say it in the form of accounts, finance terms, that past is a cancelled check. It's a check which has been cancelled, so you'll never get it. The future is a promissory. Promissory note means if there is someone here, Mansi and even Minu, if I want to give you a check, 50,000 rupees, and I say on that 23rd December 2024, will you be happy? You will say, no, keep it with you only and give it for 1 year, because you can encash it only after 1 year, right? So the future is like a promissory or a post-dated check, right? But the present moment, the present moment is the only cash which I have in my mind. And remember, when we say present moment, the word itself is so beautiful. Present, you know what is present? Present means a gift. You give a present to someone, right? So the present moment is the only present which I have for me. And why not let me utilize that to the maximum potential which I can do. So it's getting 6-7 now. So I think rather you all will have a 3-minute, I think, meditation song at the end. But as we close in the next, say, around 5 to 7 minutes by 6:15, I would want you all to take an experience from here. As I said, too much of talk and too much of that also doesn't help, because you'll find out everything on the internet by many, many more speakers. Important is not to go into the theoretical aspect, try to go into the experience, take an experience from here. And if you can take an experience from here, you can become an authority soon. That's what is also taught at Brahma Kumaris. Become an authority of experience so that you can use that wherever you want to take care of sadness. What are those three things I told you? Sadness, anger, and fear, because that's what we are discussing, how to handle them. So let's now, I'll just share some sound from my system. So, and we'll go into this experiential mode so that you feel that. Okay, so I hope the music is audible. It will be very low volume because otherwise it gets cut off. Okay, right. Let's sit back, all of us. And I'm sorry, it was not on. Now it should be audible. So let's sit back, your spine straight, and take a deep breath in and out. And relax your body, relax. As you breathe in and breathe out, relax your body. As your body starts relaxing, you'll see that your mind also becomes a bit more calm and stable. Relax your mind. Your mind may still wander here and there, thinking about something else from the past or future. Very gently tell your mind, my dear friend, let me for the next few minutes fully concentrate my attention. And you'll be amazed because your mind listens to you, because it's your best friend. In this stable and focused state of mind, this beautiful thought, I am a peaceful being. Peace is my original nature. And see how you're feeling inside. What a beautiful feeling it is to be able to experience one's own true nature. I, the peaceful being, peace and only peace, nothing but peace is my original nature. The second step, as I am the peaceful being, so is my supreme parent, God, Ishwar, Allah, whatever you want to call it. He is the ocean of peace, the source of the peace. The moment I connect to Him, I get connected to the rays of peace which emerge from the Supreme Being. I, the peaceful being, am connected to the source of peace and experience the depth of this peacefulness. You are now experiencing the depth of peace. The inner core of you is peaceful and connected to the source of peace. The final step in meditation, I, the peaceful being, connected to the source, the supreme being, can I be of some benefit to the world? And the answer is yes. Each one of us in this session has become so peaceful. All of us are radiating peace in the surrounding where we are. And visualize all those souls in the world who are unhappy and peaceless. Could be because of war, inflation, earthquakes, natural calamities, whatever the reason may be. Can I be the peace messenger for these souls? Answer is yes. Let me pass on this energy of peace from the Supreme Being, it's the ocean of peace. Let me radiate this peace to each of these souls. And what a beautiful, gratifying feeling is it to be of some use to the Supreme Being, to be able to work like His instrument, to heal the world through His peaceful rays. Finally, I want to heal the world and make the world peaceful. I need to be very, very stable myself. And constantly repeating this thought. I am a peaceful being, connected to the source of peace and radiating peace to everyone around. Gradually, let's come back into the awareness of the room. Open your eyes. Don't get going, don't move. Just look at all the people in the room which you can see on the Zoom. Each of them also is a peaceful soul. Stop. Okay, so now you have all the tips and tricks to take care of, or rather to handle emotions efficiently. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. It's very wonderful sessions, and I hope all the participants experience that peaceful vibration and got to know like how we can handle our emotions effectively, and we'll use those techniques, whatever explained by brother. So now I would request Sister Smita to coordinate the question answer session, and I would request all the participants to put on their questions, queries over chat box, or they can raise their hand. We'll unmute them. So over to you, Sister Smita.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sister Swapna. So, dear sisters and brothers, anyone's noble doctor has stated.
Maybe you can just raise your voice volume. It's very low volume. Can't hear it. Yeah.
Yes, brother. So, thank you, Sister Swapna. Om Shanti. Brothers and sisters, so anyone's noble doctor has got any questions, please, brother is here to address you. You may post it in the chat box or you can raise your hand. So I encourage all of you to participate in this session. Anyone? I guess everyone is swimming in the ocean of peace. Okay, we have one hand. Sister Swapna.
Yeah, Karan, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. I'm Pooja. Actually, my son's name is Karan and it's registered under his name. So, thank you for a wonderful session. My question, I really felt so peaceful, all the thoughts that you shared. My question is, how can I take it forward? Because I've always heard such fantastic things about this philosophy, about Brahma Kumaris. Time and again, I have heard various lectures. How can I be associated with this profound philosophy? Because all of that you shared, I'm in pursuit of how I can overcome my emotions, because I'm an extremely emotional person. I'll be really grateful if you can guide me.
I think you are in India, right?
Yes, yes.
Which city?
Gurgaon.
Okay, so there are many centers, Brahma. The thing is, since you have asked how to take this journey further, you have to take the next move. And this is what it said in Brahma Kumaris, that ek kadam hamara and Paramatma ka hazar kadam hota hai. So you have to just be courageous, and you don't need courage to go to a center. Brahma Kumaris, Gurgaon, it's a big spread of centers. I myself have visited every sector almost, and every sector may be too much to say, but almost in every 5 to 6 kilometer radius, there'll be a center. I think I would recommend, since you're asking that you want to go further on this journey, visit any Rajyoga Meditation center. And I would also recommend that you go and meditate in the center there, because as you are feeling so peaceful now, all of us on the Zoom are doing that. Much more effective would be, because we are all connected, excuse me, by a virtual world here. Despite being on a platform, you have really experienced something good. And when you go to the center, I think it will be 1,000 times more the experience, because many people come and meditate there regularly. So I would recommend you to go to the center, any of the Brahma Kumari sister there, and your journey will begin to the basic 7-day foundation course, trying to understand, because that 7 days are spanned out. I covered a few things, that the mind, which I said about the self, who I am, my three main faculties, how do I get connected to God, Supreme Being, the detailed introduction of who God is, because many people don't even know who God is, which I even didn't know before coming to Brahma Kumaris. Then understanding the aspects of why this happens to me, because I think you mentioned you are very emotional. Well, I must say every person is very emotional that way, because all the time they say, why me, why me, why this happened with me, मेरे साथ ही ऐसे क्यों हो रहा है. So आपके साथ क्यों हो रहा है, because you don't know still what is the karmic philosophy. So you understand the karmic philosophy at length in detail. Also the time cycle, which I was speaking about, they'll be explained in detail. So many other aspects. There'll be many questions also which you have, which will definitely be answered in the 7-day foundation course. And all our courses are offered free of cost, and they'll be absolutely time, like whatever time you are free. So you can go and meet the sisters and set time. I think since you have said that what to do, your journey has to start from today. I think that's the reason you are here with us. It's just one step away. Just go to the center. As simple as that. Okay. And I think, yeah, they have mentioned in the chat box, if you can see, the center locator, the closest one to you, whichever sector or zone you are in, you can find out there. Okay. Yeah. So now I'll take more questions in the chat box.
There's a question, brother.
Yeah.
What is love? Like, there are some misconceptions also. So I want to know, according to Brahma Kumaris.
Okay, so I think before taking Mansi's, or let's take that first, no worries. There are a few questions above also. I think rather than speaking about what is love, I think we need to feel the energy of love. I was just wanting to say emotion of love. Emotion is a wrong word. Love is a feeling. So I think when you look at a small kid, that feeling emerges in you. When someone does something good for you, if you are in a bus and you are pregnant and someone gives you a seat, that emotion which you, that, and not emotion, sorry, again, I'm saying emotion, that feeling which you feel for that person is nothing. So love is a feeling which is to be felt. Forget all the misconceptions. You yourself are saying, you didn't say conceptions, you said misconceptions. So don't think of the jargon, just feel the love. And all these, what we are speaking is love from human beings, from the souls. If you can taste or feel the love from the Supreme Being, it's nothing like it. So just go with that. Don't think about what is the meaning of peace? What is the meaning of happiness? What is the meaning of love? Don't think so much. Just feel that. Like today you felt peace, right? So you don't need to ask now what is peace, right? You have felt it. So same thing, if you can practice more and more meditation and connect yourself with the Supreme Being, the love energy, the energy of love, from that, again, ocean of love or source of love will feel, you, it will fill into you. So then automatically all the misconceptions will go on, right? So let me just take Minu's question. What if there is an issue going on for so long and doesn't seem to settle? I'll tell you one proverb here, let go, let God. In the sense, if there is something which is not in your hands, just forget it, because you can't do anything about it. What you can only do is create positive thoughts, as I said. If you can just create this one thought, I am a peaceful being all the time, that will really help you. And automatically that whatever issues are there may not get resolved. I'm not saying they'll be resolved, but the pain which is arising from that, you keep constantly thinking about that, the pain will go off. And that's what you want. See, issues which we have with people or from circumstances, they will always remain in our memory track. We can never forget them. So it's very easy for people to say, forget it and forgive. You can forgive, but you cannot forget. But the way to deal with them is, if I get connected to the Supreme, fill myself with so much of all those virtues, values, I said, peace, love, and happiness, think of only these three, then you start filling up yourself so much with those values that you yourself overflow with peace and love. And then these things don't matter to you, because there are so many issues and so many things in the world. And here at Brahma Kumaris also there is one more teaching which I can tell you. In Hindi we say baat bada ya baap bada. Baat means any issue, is that big or God is big? You can tell what it is. It's God who's so big. So, I mean, in the sense, God is the healer for everything. Just get connected to Him, meditate regularly more often. Particularly for that issue, meditate, just give it to God and you'll see miracles happening. Okay, she's mentioned to me a direct message like worldly issues of people and places. So I hope the answer is clear now. And I think there's one more question. Its time is getting over. I think Hasmukh Joshi has said how to bring I am a creator, that auto mode. Oh, my dear Hasmukh bhai. So nothing is auto mode. Though you are living in an auto mode in this Kali Yuga, to become into the auto mode, you need to practice. So I'll give you a simple example that if you or if someone, it's a teenage girl. Why am I saying girl? Because they usually need to make chapatis at home. So on day one, if they are trying to learn how to make chapatis, or even someone who's wanting to drive a car, for example, on day one, the one who's sitting with them next to them in the front seat, they'll say, please don't talk. Let me concentrate. Absolutely no music, no munching, no sandwich, nothing to eat. Just let me concentrate on this. And as the person starts learning after that, focusing, then he'll say, "Arey, thoda music pe jao, bore ho raha hai. Thoda khana do, chalte firte khana bhi khayenge." So it's a process. Like you have to practice and practice. So practice till you become perfect in that, as they say, right? No person is born perfect. You have to practice and practice. So you have to constantly remind yourself, as we discuss, the constant awareness that I am the creator of my thoughts. You just keep doing it, and then auto mode will come, whereby a lot of negative things will happen with you. But still, since you have got this habit of creating good thoughts, we automatically will say, it's okay, ho gaya. I am a peaceful being. I am a loveful being. Automatically it will come. So just keep practicing it. There's no shortcuts to it, let me tell you. Okay. Thank you. I think we should close now. Thanks.
Thank you, brother. Over to you, Sister Shweta.
Sadas, can you?
Om Shanti. Am I audible?
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Thank you. So, Om Shanti, good evening to everyone. At the outset, I thank the Almighty Authority, the Supreme Father, Shiv Baba, for giving us this beautiful evening, an opportunity for us to dwell in detail how to handle the emotions, handling emotions effectively, efficiently. I would like to thank our IT wing leaders, Vice Chairman of IT wing, Rajyoga Brahma Kumaris Asa Didiji, IT wing National Coordinator Rajyoga Brahma Kumari Madhu Didiji, IT wing Coordinator at Headquarters Rajyogi Brahma Kumar Jaswant Bhaiji. Their blessings and guidance are helping us to organize these programs smoothly. In addition, I would like to thank our regional leaders, Rajyogini Brahma Kumaris Lina Didiji, the head of Bhubaneswar Subzone, and also Rajyogini Brahma Kumaris Gulab Didiji, center in charge, Patia Bhubaneswar, for their guidance and support, helping us to organize these programs. I'd like to thank our esteemed speaker, Dr. Manoj Bhai, who has given time from his busy schedule and shared his insights on handling emotions efficiently. Actually, he agreed. We were just talking to him. He was in a call, in a meeting when I called him, and in the short time when I said I need your one session to be taken by you, he immediately agreed, and then the overnight or in a couple of days we finalized the things. And being a doctor by professions, basically we chose the topic of handling emotions efficiently. Thank you, doctor. And your session has been very well received and very beautiful. And you have touched the not only this the understanding of the emotions, also given the practical learnings with the live examples, and that will go a long way for our what to use and when to use, and then it's a nice wonderful experience for all of us. In addition, I would like to thank our hosting team, Sister Sapna, Sister Smita, and all the organizing team members supporting the events directly or indirectly behind the scene. Thank you all for your efforts. The most importantly, I would like to thank all the participants who have taken time from your busy schedule to join this event. And I hope this learning from these sessions will go a long way in our life. Thank you. Thanks our Supreme Father Shiv Baba. Om Shanti.
I request all the participants, if you have any further query, you can write to us at bbsritwing@gmail.com. And it's a godly invitation to everyone, those who are yet to take the 7-day Rajyoga meditation course. You can visit your nearby meditation center and take up the courses so that you will learn Rajyoga meditation and implement in your daily life. So now we will thanks to the Supreme Father Almighty. So thank you, everyone.
ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो, ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो, दिल खुदाई मोहब्बत से भर जाएगा, ख्वाबों को तुम खुशनुमा पाओगे, ख्वाबों को तुम खुशनुमा पाओगे, आसमां से जन्नत उतर आएगा, इनसे सारे ज़माने की खिदमत करो, इनसे सारे ज़माने की खिदमत करो। खुद दुआओं से दामन सवर जाएगा, ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो। ख्याल कीमती है, यूं न जाया करो, अश्कों को न बेवजह बहाया करो। मुंतज़िर हो खुदा की फ़क़त याद में, भूल करना किसका दिल दुखाया करो। मुश्किलें मिटा देगा वो मुश्किल कुसान, मुश्किलें मिटा देगा वो मुश्किल कुसान।